the spirit of watercolor. I'm glad that you're here and joining me, and usually my videos are all about, let's do a painting, let's do what watercolors do, the spiritual nature of them, and how to make it, I want to say easier. Watercolor is not easy, but how to understand how to work with this medium so that it will feel easier and you will let the paints do a lot of the work for you. Techniques and gimmicks, as they call it, non-brush techniques are what I call gimmicks. And so I just wanted this video to show you how crazy my art studio can get and how quickly you can get lost in creating, and you sometimes need to throw away old stuff and clean it up and put, and start fresh and new. So I cleaned up the studio. You'll see that in just a few moments of video, and then you'll see that I was able to pull up pieces out of the drawers, after I threw away stuff I didn't care for. You throw away 10, my professor used to say, and keep one. I think that's terrible odds, but you do throw away some. I save a lot of them because, you can go back in. This one I just had to cut it down to fit in a mat, and it looked better because there was just a bunch of stuff at the bottom that I didn't like, and I was going to throw it out, and I fixed it. And so, I started to take paintings that I had finished in videos with you, and I'm matting them now, and, finding future paintings, that can be framed, and then we'll put them out hopefully in the art market in the area here, which is my next goal, which I already went to one of the galleries in Ann Arbor. I'm going to go to the other one next week. So here we are. Why don't you take a look at what it takes to keep yourself motivated beside painting and beside getting inspirations, artist dates and videos that help us, but also getting your studio so you want to be in there. Okay, so you want to create. All right, so take a quick look with me, and I'm glad you're here, and you'll hopefully like and subscribe, and let's get back into those how-to videos. But I just thought this was kind of fun because I just can't wait to get back in my studio now and paint. So I'll see you there for a quickie. Okay, thanks. Okay, so every now and then it's time to clean the studio. As you can see, using it, it just gets kind of crazy and chaotic, and you don't know where things are. So I'm going to clean that table off. I did buy a new rug, and I swept everything yesterday just to kind of inspire and motivate me. And then, here we need to just clear all this off, reorganize, and that always also motivates and inspires to paint. Also need to, dust my shelves there. Maybe, you could minimalize things too. I think sometimes just getting rid of excess things you don't need. I got rid of some of these water spray bottles yesterday. I always keep Windex for the glass, but just clear water just for, watercolor painting, spraying, and also for, cleaning glass as well, or plexiglass. So, so we're going to just make this feel more like I want to be down here, okay? And I have to say, whoa, things get worse before they get better. I went over and I cleaned the shelving over there, the bookshelf, and I cleaned the tops of everything, and then now I'm going through this box down under the books. After I cleaned the shelves, everything's been cleaned, the tops of everything. But getting into all this from years and years ago, I don't use staple guns anymore, or those staples. So some of these things I can get rid of, and then take some of the things that I'm not currently using and put them in that bin. You will see how different this looks when it's finished. I'm not going to keep showing you in process, but just to see that things sometimes get worse before they get better. Okay. Just looking at my studio, I had to get into those drawers, and that took forever. But, I cleaned it up, my studio, enough for working. I found paintings I still need to finish that I thought were ready to toss out or didn't know what to do. So they're there, and some that are being matted, and continuing with the flowers that I'm going to be doing for the video. So it was a lot of work to clean up, but I'm glad I did, because I've gone through and, even fixed up my shelves a little bit. So hopefully, it'll inspire me to create more and, let go of some of the pieces of the past that, I don't know why I kept, and, toward, things that, or start some new things, right? Get some new inspirations. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and keep coming back. Your place where you create should also be a place where you want to be and where, you get some spiritual motivation. So having a super clean and tidy studio makes me very excited and ready to get back into our watercolors together. So please join me for some summer videos coming up. Dynamic, colorful, and transparent, beautiful watercolors. See you soon.